Find other great podcasts like this one at podmoth.network. Honest conversations with interesting people. Hi, I'm Mike from the Genuine Chit Chat podcast, and I talk to a wide variety of guests across an eclectic range of interesting topics. People I've spoken to include a magister from the Church of Satan, a blind Australian filmmaker, a puppeteer from Labyrinth and Dark Crystal, and I also speak to musicians of all kinds of genres, authors, actors, podcasters. Really, there is no limit to who I speak to, and the subject matter is endless. So if you believe in the art of conversation and want to hear different people talking about their passions, then this is the perfect show for you. You can find Genuine Chit Chat anywhere you listen to podcasts, and there's some video versions on YouTube, so there's no reason not to tune in.
Hey, what's up, you guys?
I'm Catherine.
And I'm Haley.
And we are Saturdays Are for the Ghouls,
a Podmoth podcast.
What are we doing today, Haley?
Recording a podcast. Duh.
Right. What's the topic?
We're doing a horror movie. We are talking about House of Wax.
Great. I'm excited.
From 2005, baby. Are you ready? Are you ready to talk about your boy?
I'm ready to talk about Jared so much. And sometimes Chad. I'm on a first name basis with all of them, though.
She knows them personally. She knows them all on a first name. Me and Catherine, we watched House of Wax from 2005. It is definitely one of my guilty pleasure movies. It obviously was not well received.
I can't imagine why.
But I love this movie, honestly. Like, great kills, great special effects, and they hold up for the most part.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, they did the head chop off twice, which is crazy.
That is crazy. This is not Catherine's first time seeing this movie. She's actually seen this movie.
But I completely forgot it.
Right. It was great watching it. And like, as soon as a kill happened or something happened, she was just, just gasp. And I was like, oh, did you forget? And then, I mean, I guess even I kind of forgot part of it. Like, there's some scenes in there that I, like, as it was coming up to the scene, it like popped in my brain. I was like, oh my God. I started like cringing. Yeah. I was like, ow. And then Catherine's like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I just remembered.
I feel like I'd only seen it like once and like very, like I wasn't paying attention because this movie did not ring that many bells to me. I mean, literally, I could just watch a movie that I watched 2 weeks ago and same thing.
True.
I have no depth of remembering anything.
If for those of you who haven't seen House of Wax, we're not going to go through the whole like who breathed, who slept, who said this, who said that, you know.
We're not going to give you scene by scene this time.
No. And we could go on and on about Jared and Chad, okay?
And we will probably. But we need to have time. We need to have simping time for Chad and Jared.
But my favorite is I like to, Catherine synopsises.
Yeah. Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
6 friends. 6 friends on their way to a football game. They camp out in an abandoned field. Then some big truck comes up and tries to them. Them.
You can't see her, but she's puffing up.
Yeah, puffing up. Yeah, they just shine their lights. Anyway, Chad Michael Murray's character is not fucking having it and threw a bottle at his light and pissed him off. Long story short, he breaks the fan belt for Jared's car, and they have to go to this town where they find the House of Wax, which is literally made of wax. Well, that's not the only thing made of wax around here.
Hmm.
Hmm. So then there's like death, kind of, and then just like wax, death, wax, death, wax, decapitation, decapitation. You know, a movie theater and a whole town that didn't know what they were in for. Yeah. Oh wait, and two brothers that didn't like each other very much. The end.
Jeez. Okay. So I mean, yeah, that basically sums it up right there. All right.
That was way better than the stupid synopsis on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Remember, you were
By the
like,
way,
that sounds so fucking boring.
it does. It was like something about friends being hunted in a wax museum by brothers or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Well, essentially, I guess it's true, but like, you could have made it sound better than that.
You know, right? But yeah, basically, this movie is like just give it a try because it's got great special effects in there.
For a
It's
2005 movie, for sure.
oh yeah, it's so creepy. Killer soundtrack. Catherine over here was like
I
living
love the soundtrack.
She was like living her emo heart was crying.
I honestly would look up the House of Wax soundtrack, like just and listen to that. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, on the soundtrack there's the Deftones, and then they have the end credit song it's Helena by MCR. Anyway,
which I swear the Helena song at the end, I swear it's an Easter egg, and I just like I feel like it's hinting towards their mom.
Maybe Miss Trudy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's actually 2 movies before this movie.
There are?
Yeah, this is a remake of a book.
Oh. There's a book? How
It's
old's the
a
book?
Charles S. Belden, called The Waxworks.
Wow.
And then I know, I was like, Catherine Book?
I would totally read that. I mean, it's essentially probably the same as the movie, but I would totally read that.
Right. So I just thought it was funny because it's literally a book that they turned into a movie in 1933. That was when the first one came out, and it's called Mystery of the Wax Museum.
Oh, okay.
And then they made a remake in 1953 with Vincent Price in it. 1953 was when that one came out, and that one is the same name, House of Wax. Yeah.
Have you ever seen either of those?
Nope. I've not. I looked up the synopsis for both, and it's basically the same for both of them. I feel like it would be more like a detective movie because the 2 previous movies are like partners that worked in a wax museum. They eventually don't agree. They go separate. Like a fire breaks out. One of them thinks they're dead, but then that guy like comes back and like kills that guy and starts like turning people into wax figures. Because he basically the guy that stayed alive burned down the place to get insurance money because he needed money. So then it was just like it's like a revenge story kind of thing.
Right. So the other ones essentially follow the people who own the House of Wax instead of the character, like instead of the people being hunted.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
The movie that we're talking about, The House of Wax of 2005. As Catherine said, yes, there's 6 characters. There is Carly and Nick, which Nick is played by Chad Michael Murray. They're twins.
Yeah.
Nick's like the football scholarship guy.
Bad boy.
Gone bad. Bad boy. Gone bad. Yeah. So his family basically considers him the evil twin, and Carly's the good twin.
How the fuck would you feel if you were a twin and one of you were the evil twin? Like your actual family's awful. Like, you're the evil twin. Like, fuck you, mom.
Right. And he's not even actually bad. Like,
yeah. His only fault is being loyal.
And then Carly is dating Wade, which Wade is
Jared Padalecki, which, okay, Wade is such a bad name.
yeah.
When I figured out that Jared's name was Wade in this movie, I was like, all I can think of is Wade, what's the sitch?
Anyway, and then we have Paige and Blake. And Paige is Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
And Blake is her boyfriend. And then we have Dalton, which is the childhood friend of Nick and Carly's, basically, who is in love with Carly, you know, typical.
Yeah.
And then our antagonist, which is twin brothers, Bo and Vincent.
Yes. Other twins.
Yes.
Get
They
it?
are twins.
No.
So this whole movie is all about twins, right?
Yeah.
So now that we know those cool characters, so Carly and all of her friends are going for the football game. They come in contact. They decide to go camp. It's a bad idea, I think. There's this awful smell. I would have left. Creepy local truck guy. We'd never see his face. Automatically would have left. Shows up.
All of those things I would have left for.
I know. And it's just like middle of fucking nowhere. There's no cars, no nothing.
Just a
Nada.
wide open field.
Exactly. They're all getting ready to leave, whatever, and they see that Wade's fan belt has been cut, but he thinks it's just snapped.
Right.
But no. Anyway, they get that smell again. They find this pit of roadkill. And this is when we meet this new character called Lester, which I forgot his name.
I forgot his name too.
But we meet Lester. He's this hick guy who's very gross and uncomfy. And he just basically throws roadkill in the pit. And he's like, oh, I'll be a helpful person, take you to the nearby town of Ambrose, and get your fan belt. So Carly and Wade decide to go to the town with Lester. The others decide to go to this game. Fast forward. Wade and Carly in the town. It seems fine. It's a little ghost town, whatever. They interrupt a funeral.
Yeah.
Supposedly. And this is where we meet Bo, the first brother. And he's like the auto mechanic guy, owner, whatever. So he's like, I'll help you. All right. Go to the house. Get the fan belt they need. Shit hits the fan. Wade gets attacked. And then Carly sees, oh, this is the same truck that bothered us at the campsite, only because her brother had thrown a bottle at the headlight and it cracked.
Yeah.
And broke. So
yeah.
So then now Carly and Wade's MIA, Carly, running for her life.
Bye, Sam.
Bye, Sam. They're just kind of trying to fight for their lives. And then everybody decides to come back because of traffic.
You said, yeah, they're just trying to fight for their lives.
And then so everybody decides to come back because they're stuck in traffic. They magically all come back. And they magically all end up fighting for their lives. Yeah, basically they all die.
No.
except Nick and Carly.
There we go.
But yeah, it turns out that this little town is just this huge setup made out of like wax and animatronics. Like under the wax are real people. Our actual bodies. Yeah. And it's just crazy.
Craziness ensues.
it's a crazy wild ride. How the kills are crazy. Wade's makes me cringe every time. Carly gets kind of tortured to keep her mouth shut. That cringes me too. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. Chad Michael Murray in a wife beater.
He was only in a wife beater for like 2 seconds. And then it was on. And then it was off. And sir, we are in a Walmart.
We are actually in Australia, but same thing.
Was that where it was filmed? Australia?
Yes, it was filmed in Australia.
Whoa.
So now So Bo and Vincent were twins, raised horribly. We found out later Bo was like the evil twin. Obviously, Vincent is this mute one, and he's disfigured, and he wears a little wax mask to hide his face because they were conjoined as babies.
Right.
And it's really sad, but you almost feel bad for Vincent, almost,
but he still did bad things.
He do be doing bad things, killing people.
Yeah, he do be killing.
He do be waxing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna butcher this name, but the person who directed this movie,
was it someone Australian?
No, it's Jean Colette Serra, I think that's how you say his name. Okay. I don't know. This was his directorial debut.
Oh, did you direct anything else after it?
He did.
Oh, what did he direct? Why did you say it like that?
Because I was very impressed with his filmography.
Yeah. Okay. What is it?
He did The Shallows.
Oh, okay.
With Blake Lively. He also did The Orphan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also did The Orphan. He also did Jungle Cruise with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah. Oh, he must be very famous.
and his latest one is Black Adam,
which is
the other one with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, where he's it's that Marvel movie or DC movie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That just came out.
I don't superhero very often, so I don't really know. But that's pretty big one.
So that's why I was like, these are pretty big movies.
Yeah. I remember when The Shallows came out. Like, I saw it in theaters. I mean, that one was pretty big too.
Oh, it's a good movie. I love that movie.
We should do that movie. Is it? We should
do them. I would call it. Yeah, it's intense. I think
one day maybe. We have so many. That we're like we would like to do.
I know. Okay. The screenplay was written by Chad and Carrie Hayes.
Did they write anything else that we know of?
They did, but the big thing about them is they are identical twins. They are identical twins. They're twins.
That's insane-o.
I know. Like, as soon as I saw, like, for some reason, the twin cliche is they have similar sounding names or they start with the same letter. Yeah. Sometimes. So when I saw like Chad and Carrie Hayes, I was like, are they twins? And they are twins. But they were a writing duo. They're like in their 60s now, but they wrote The Reaping.
Okay.
And also they worked on like the Conjuring movies.
Oh, damn.
Okay. And they're from Portland.
Whoa. That's close to the hometown.
It is.
The motherland.
The motherland.
Saturdays Are for the Ghouls was born in Seattle, Washington. So that's our hometown.
All right. So I already said that the film didn't do very well. So the budget for this movie. Why? A lot of people didn't like it because they thought it was unoriginal. And like the screenplay
of a book.
Right. They said it wasn't original. The screenplay was blah. The characters were predictable. And basically the movie was predictable to a point.
I can see that.
But they did say that the performances and the atmosphere were 10 out of 10.
I can see that, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I agree. Like, I know that set had to be expensive as fuck.
Oh yeah. And like how many times do you think they melted it? I'm pretty sure they only got one shot at that.
Yeah. Well, so their budget for the movie was $40 million.
That's a lot.
I know.
Debut? For the director's debut? That's crazy.
I feel like it was honestly all that town.
Oh. Yeah.
It was all the building. It had to have been because They're literally in like that location the whole movie, plus some like backwoods, middle of nowhere area.
Right.
You barely see anyone. Like, I don't know. But
The other thing that they didn't have to pay any other actors other than the twins and the 6 people
yeah,
and the creepy guy. That's it. There was no other people, So it could also be part of their budget could have been trying to get big names like Chad Michael
true.
Murray. Because at the time Chad Michael Murray was on One Tree Hill.
Oh, that's very true.
The other people and Paris Hilton. Don't you think Paris Hilton cost a lot?
Maybe.
I don't think that Jared was very well known at that point because he hadn't been on Supernatural yet, but he was on Gilmore Girls for a long time and he had been acting, but he wasn't as big as Chad and Paris at the time.
Right. So a little fun fact. Paris Hilton was the first one cast.
Oh, really?
On this movie. Mm-hmm.
I wonder if she helped fund it.
Honestly,
did she get a producer credit or no?
Maybe. Not gonna lie, I think she probably did fund it, maybe, or at least give some stuff to it. I don't know, because that's what she did. That's what she did with Repo, the Genetic Opera,
right?
When she was in it, because that was a very low budget film, and she like donated a lot of her clothes and stuff and paid for a lot of things for it.
Yeah. So 40 million is the budget. And how much did they make? Are we playing the game?
How much do you think? Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think they got a really bad review. So I think that they only made like 8 million back.
Okay. I'll give you, they made their money back.
Oh, okay. So they at least made 40 million.
Yeah.
42.
No.
Am I far off? How much could they have made?
A little bit. You're a little far off, yeah. They almost doubled it, but it 70.1.
Okay. I guess people just love to watch things that they hate.
Yeah.
It's still the same now.
Honestly, what I think it was is because they were getting a lot of hate from the movie because they had Paris Hilton in it.
Mm.
But the marketing, they literally had shirts made that said, come see Paris die. And it had the release date. And even Paris Hilton wore those shirts.
Damn. That's crazy. Marketing for movies just goes like crazier and crazier. Cause like that was 2005, and then in 2016 we had Killer Clowns because we released it.
Oh my god, I know.
And then Smile, I don't know. I feel like I couldn't get anywhere without seeing one of those fucking Smile photos or Smile like pictures. And then they also had people doing the Smile in like crowds.
Yes.
Like that one marketing team was top notch.
It was scary, man.
Yeah, for sure.
It's out, bro. We should watch it.
Yeah. It's
on HBO, I think, or no, Paramount Plus.
Okay.
It's on one of those. I saw it and I was like, I'll watch it again with Catherine.
Are we gonna do it for the pod though?
Yes.
Okay. So.
What's it say? Okay, we can talk about this after, so it's not so super long. But yeah, it got a 5.4 out of 10 on IMDb.
5.4? Oh no.
Yeah, 27% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay. How many Google users liked it?
86%.
Okay, that's not bad.
It only got a 27% on Rotten Tomatoes, but what can you
do? Well, okay, I can understand what they mean by it was predictable. Because I agree that I guess the dialogue and like what happened is relatively predictable. But I do think I do also agree that the atmosphere like was top notch, and like I thought that the stunts and stuff were top notch too, the special effects and stuff.
I know. I was still impressed. Like it holds up. I was still impressed with it when we watched it. I was like,
Yeah.
Last few things I got about the movie. There was a lawsuit filed against the special effects expert David Fletcher
What? Why?
and the Wax Productions in January 2006. The Village Roadshow Studios, which were the owners of the Warner Brothers plot place where they filmed it at in Australia. They filmed it at Warner Bros. Movie World in Australia.
Oh, okay.
And I guess there was a fire set during production. They sued them for $7 million because part of the movie set was or the movie world or whatever was destroyed by the fire, and the reason why they were holding them accountable was because they were negligent with their fire safety, because they didn't have any firefighters on standby, and they were using like wooden props and stuff near naked, like open flames.
Damn. Was the open flames the fire that they were filming?
It doesn't say, but I was like, how are you not going to have like fire safety personnel stand by when that's like a big scene in your movie?
Right, exactly. That makes no sense.
And then they did win some awards.
Oh, really?
I know. Yeah. So Paris Hilton, she did win. She won 2 for this movie. One, she won a Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Supporting Actress.
Worst supporting actress?
Uh-huh. And then she also got a Teen Choice Award for Best Scream Scene of the Year.
Scream scene?
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of like the best scream queen, but like scream scene.
Yeah, I guess so.
Was it like that part when she saw the guy that she was dating?
It had to have been, because I was thinking that too. I was like,
Because like I didn't feel like I saw like a great scream, but I don't remember shit. So I'm assuming that's when it was.
And then also our boy, Chad Michael Murray, he won a Teen Choice Award for Best Actor.
Okay.
And the movie, The House of Wax, won a Teen Choice Award for Best Horror Movie.
That's insane.
Of that year.
Really?
I know.
Because I mean, like,
yeah,
I wouldn't imagine it had gotten best horror, but I really don't remember what else was out in 2005. But among teens, maybe that's why everyone liked it, because it was like all among teens.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, okay, here's like some little fun facts I guess I can do. Despite it being like a remake of the classic, the movie House of Wax is actually has more in common with 1979 slasher classic Tourist Trap.
Oh, okay.
Apparently it's Stephen King's favorite horror movie.
The Tourist Trap?
Yeah.
Oh, not House of Wax.
No. And then what I was saying earlier about Paris Hilton being one of the first cast, they picked the rest of the cast based around who she worked well with.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's also this fun fact that involves your boy.
Okay.
Jared Padalecki would go on to star in Supernatural.
Ah.
And there was a 2009 episode called Fallen Idols, which was based around a wax museum and even guest starred Paris Hilton.
Yes.
So the girl that plays Carly, Alicia Cuthbert.
Yeah.
She's so much shorter than Jared Padalecki that they had to put blocks of wood on her shoes to make her taller.
Blocks of wood?
Yeah.
Why does her name sound so familiar? She didn't really look that familiar, but she also looked like she was wearing a wig. What is she else has she been in?
Nothing that I recognized, but she's blonde. Like she's like Paris blonde.
Yeah.
normally.
But she had to have a wig on, right? Or she dyed her hair.
I don't know. She probably dyed her hair. Paris Hilton claims that she ran up and down a flight of stairs before filming her chase scene so that she would be out of breath.
Okay. That's funny. There was an Easter egg in the theater. The movie in the theater is What Happened to Baby Jane, and it's also about siblings.
Oh.
Who didn't like each other very much.
Damn. I never seen that movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine you'd had because it's old. Like really old.
Oh, okay. There was 4 major horror remakes released in 2005. This one, The Fog, The Amityville Horror, and Chaos. That's all I got. What do you rate this movie, Catherine?
I rate it. I'd say a 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say about a 7 too. So 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I don't think it's like the best movie I've ever seen, but it's good. You know, I would recommend it.
Yes, I would highly recommend if you haven't seen this movie, and you just want something to watch. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So when I was researching today, I kind of deep dive a little bit into like mainly Chad's life, only slightly.
Okay.
Because I was like looking to see what they've been in, right? And then it was like Chad Michael Murray's spouse, and I was like, oh, who's he married to? Because I didn't even know if he was married or not.
Yeah.
Do you remember the movie Disturbia?
Yeah.
The girl.
The girl there.
He's married to the girl.
Wow.
I was like, oh shit.
I mean, she's hot.
She is hot. Mm-hmm.
Now here's the question. Pretend you have no boyfriend. Chad or Jared?
Okay. Chad.
Your boyfriend doesn't exist in this universe.
Okay, so 2005 Chad, definitely. Jared now, yes.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. Early 2000s Chad was like top notch. He was in the Cinderella Story. He was
oh my god
movie. Oh my gosh, One Tree Hill. He was everywhere. Every girl wanted to be with Chad Michael Murray. I didn't like Chad Michael Murray back in early 2000s, but I did like early 2000s Chad Michael Murray later on when I was older. I think that I was like, oh my gosh. The reason I didn't like Chad Michael Murray back in like the peak era was that I was like, oh my gosh, I don't like Chad Michael Murray. I like the guys in Good Charlotte. And I was like simping over Joel Madden. And like, I just wanted to like, you know, I just wanted an emo boy that was mad at their dad. And like Chad Michael Murray just wasn't angsty enough for me. So that's why I was like, I was put off on liking Chad Michael Murray back when it was popular.
I feel like I'm backwards because I was in love with all the boys that all the girls wanted, you know, like the Chads, the Brads, the Stevens, whatever.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, and then now I'm like Spencer and Chris, Andy.
Yeah. Anyway. Well, thank you for bringing us House of Wax. That was definitely a fun movie to do.
Thank you for listening to me ramble.
You're welcome. All right. Well, do you have anything else for the Spooky Babes?
Spooky Babes, thank you for joining us today on this amazing journey through a waxy situation. We hope you enjoyed. And this movie is streaming on Tubi and on HBO Max.
We sound like we're an advertisement for this movie.
I know. I was trying to be calm.
That's just not you, baby. Let the chaos go.
Spooky Babes, hope you have a good day. Good eye, and
good eye,
and that you enjoyed this. And next week, what is next week, Catherine?
Next week is spooky week, and I haven't thought of it once.
It'll be a surprise. Stick around for surprises.
Well, spooky babes, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you very much. I hope that you are doing well this year so far. Just know that you matter, and there are people here, me and Haley, who are behind you, and we care about you, and we want you to have the best and succeed, and you matter. So don't you forget it. And we will see you
In your nightmares.
Woo!